All these biker clubs, whatever they are out there, they have their own Bible. They have their own thing.
Motorcycle clubs are very, very picky about their cuts, their logos, and their fonts.
Each patch has its different meaning. There's a consistency in the types of patches as far as the charter name and the name of the members and rank. They're all very specific, and nobody divulged any information to me. It was really left up to my imagination as far as what they were and what they represent.
It ain't easy being king.
Yeah. You remember that.
A friend of mine, Freddie Corbin, who John Linson, the producer of the show, had introduced me to, designed our back patch for us, which is the patch that's become the insignia for the whole show.
And we did a little research and looked up different outlaw biker gangs, and we wanted it to look authentic, but at the same time we couldn't copy anyone's logo.
This is our symbol. Exactly. This is our symbol that's on our cut. This is the one, everywhere. All our symbol is basically with the Sam Crow symbol, with the Sons of Anarchy, is based around the skull. T-shirts, clothing, everything has to do with the skull, representing the Reaper.
But I wanted it to be edgy. I didn't want it to be really clean and fancy. I wanted it to have some guts. I have a partner, Derek Snodgrass, who works for me, and I showed him my rough drawing and said, hey, draw over this once and see what you come up with.
Freddie had the ideas going, and I just kind of helped clarify them a little bit and just kind of add a little bit of roughness to the hand-drawn look. Is really good for old patches.
It had that edge that I was looking for. It had all the elements that it needed to have. There's a typical kind of lettering that outlaw biker gangs will use. It's kind of similar to old saloon kind of lettering. I had to make sure that it didn't look like any one club specific, but at the same time looked like club lettering.
It's really great to have all this stuff to kind of work with to build a person, They have specific clothing and specific tattoos. The guys all have input into the tattoos that they wanted.
Some of them are very much club specific in terms of the Reaper and variations of the Reaper.
This tattoo that I have is a memorial to my father, John Tallow.
I knew that the tattoo that I was going to do was a memorial, Sam Crow. I didn't know the Sam Crow connection to the Sons of Anarchy. I just knew that it was a tattoo that Charlie or Jax was going to be wearing.
I thought it would be very easy to begin with to go in and just get covered in tattoos, but I wanted to be slightly more methodical about it.
Some of these Sons of Anarchy tattoos that Charlie and Ryan Hurst have on their back are just enormous and gorgeous. I'm an ex-Marine, my character, so I've got a nice Marine tat right here, and this designer was a World War II designer. I'm more old-fashioned guy myself.
I've been an artist. I design all my tattoos that are on me on the show.
Boone's tattoo that you see morph in the opening credits, it's that snake, and that was something that he had created and wanted for his character.
And we got a chance to decide how Clay would have adorned himself, which is a great peek into his psyche, or what it was 35, 40 years ago when he first started putting on the ink.
Gemma has tattoos here, she has one here. She also had an open heart surgery scar, which is part of her backstory.
It's one of the fun things for the actors to really weigh in on what their tattoos mean and what they are and what they felt like their character would have.
The head is shaved every day into the mohawk. The mohawk goes down lower in the back. And then the tattoos, the makeup people are so fantastic on the show. The tattoos are actually, we've got it down where they're on in 20 minutes.
It's so easy now compared to 20 years ago. It's on a stencil. It's on a piece of paper with a piece of plastic on the front. They just take the plastic off. They lay the piece of paper on your arm. Then they dab it with water, and then they pull it off. And this thing will last for 4 days.
I got 5 tats. One is of Nord with SS on his helmet, and then I got the Nords. I got a shotgun with a swastika and a skull. And this is a dagger with a skull in the middle of it, and you can see the swastika.
What's neat about it is that you can tell when you're looking on TV somebody has fake tattoo or a real tattoo, and all those tattoos look real to me.